Okay, um, I've been brainstorming and conversing with one of my exes and so forth, trying to figure out why. Why were certain things done? What did I do to ever really, turn her against me? Because, like I said, I'm the type of person that I don't have any enemies, and the only issues that I've had in life were from people who were on my side, supposedly friends. So I've just like retraced all my experiences, and realized all the different instances to where I had someone that I felt was my best friend or my friend turn on me, you know, and I'm just like, what could bring about that type of action? What am I doing to betray their trust, betray their confidence, to not have faith in me, to not believe in me? And that's the issue. It's that it's not, these are not people that did not believe in me, did not have faith in me. The issue is their envy and their jealousy got out of control, and became a competition of you against me. And my thing is, if we're friends, we're on the same side, and this goes for relationships and so forth. And like I said, I'm just retracing everything that occurred in my growing up and my experiences and so forth, and understanding that during my day and age there was an issue with teenage pregnancy. And what is happening is these teenage moms raise children that were not properly supervised, not properly corrected, reprimanded, given positive and negative reinforcements, and they've created bad habits. This was the era to which, most um, young parents would tell other people, don't put your hands on my child. So that in a sense has created socially accepted norms that are truly detrimental, actually, because we social creatures, we thrive on social interactions and so forth, and we're trying to get along with each other. But when certain actions are condoned and not corrected and go unchecked, and they basically become a menace to society. And that's what we've come about with, more or less it stems from the divorce, I'd say, or separation of parents initially. From that point, it's like I said, it's like there's an attack that the other parent ensues in trying to defame, tear down the character of the other parent in order to make themselves look good. But my ultimate argument is, all right, you chose this person to parent your child, and now you're turning on them and you're saying that they're not good enough now. That's an exhibition of poor judgment. And a couple more cases of this, and to me, it should be proven that you're unfit. You evidently make poor decisions, or you don't know how to stick by your decisions that you made. You have no loyalty, you have no commitment. And that's when I'm entering into relationships with people who have, like I said, it's just a competition. I mean, I've always uh, got a lot of attention. A lot of people, respect me and listen to me and so forth. And initially, the woman is let's say Latonya. She liked my popularity. She wanted me because I was popular in school. So and that's the whole thing with the Monica Lewinsky and Bill Clinton. Women are drawn to people, men of power, but yet and still, look at what happens. They try to, we as a society, we treat our women like children. They have poor judgment, poor decisions, and we just overlook them. You know, I'm thinking about the Bill Cosby case and all these women that came out years and years later, trying to say that he was a bad guy when, you know, I don't doubt that you were probably trying to be in his company, and this was someone that you admired. And now, you're saying that, hey, You exhibited poor judgment, but he's the bad guy. And that's the sense with all these divorces and so forth. And what we need to realize is the kids. The Bible tells us the first will be last and the last will be first. The children are our future. They're the last. And everything that we do, we got to really correct our actions for their benefits. If we don't get a rap on this divorce and child support crap, there's going to be a lot of people in society that are not contributing or, not making it to an age to contribute in society. Here in Louisiana, we went like number 5 in men killing women being killed here, and it's because of the cause and effect. All right, here, a woman calls the cops. The cops going to take the man to jail no matter what. And then once you go to court, like I say, here I have no convictions of domestic violence, no convictions of rape or violence against my kids or anything as of that, at all. And here, protective order is rendered against me, defaming my character, making me look like I'm violent. I have no violence. I've never been violent to this person at all. And that's what we are getting away with in society, or the accepted norms, is that people are lying. And look at Trump. Trump lies all day, every day, and no repercussions. And that's what we're getting to, is we need to hold each and every person accountable for their actions. Be an adult. Be mature, especially once you reach the age of maturity. Be respectful. Be mannerable. Be considerate. And do unto others as you would have them do unto you. You can't see yourself without your, growing up, or your children growing up without you. How can you do that to the other parent? It's like you really don't care about your kids at all, because they are the people that are actually suffering, because they're stolen moments, memories that will never get to be made, and so forth, and just different experiences that bring about, impressions on a child's mind. And the number one thing is, who better to understand that child than their parent? And if you take half of that support system away, you're creating desperate people. You're creating this violence, this crime rate, because of the disrespect. The scripture tells us to honor thy mother and thy father. And in this society, there's been an attack on fathers internationally, and only Germany, from my understanding, has come up with an acceptable solution of protecting each parent's rights, and what happened as a result is their birth rate is going down. So people are being more responsible in having children, and they're being held accountable. So you can't get away with all that bull crap that most people are doing. So they stop having kids because it's not profitable. You're not just gonna automatically get child support just because you have a child. Just because you go to court and you say this and you say that. What did you do to bring about this action? And that's what we are ignoring in our society here in Louisiana. When no fault divorce. All right, you're granting a divorce. All right, in construction. All right, when we have a third party get involved, the third party takes liability. So here you got the government stepping in a marriage and issuing a decree or a divorce, and then you have all these issues that arise thereafter, like child support or medical and this and that. The state got to take accountability for their liability for their actions. You created that situation, or you allowed this other parent to create this. You encouraged, you instigated, you enabled the bully. And that's the issue that we got to really start having common sense. None nowadays, none at all. Stupid shit y'all getting yourselves into, and then let's say you have other people come into play that are half cocked, misinformed, or or lacking information to make a proper determination of their course of action. And then, bad things, it goes downhill from there, and that's the issue. We got to, first off, I'm a citizen. I serve my country. I built this, I did that, contributed to society, and I just want the government to do what they're supposed to do. Do your job. That's bottom. Do your job. Don't get in there all these favoritism and this and that and so forth. No, if you're not protecting the people, you're not doing your job. These civil servants, like I say, the police, the judges, and politicians and so forth. Humane, man. We just want you to be humane and really put yourself in other people's shoes and really fight for the people and the protection of their rights. That's simple. Simple. So, like I said, envy and jealous has been, my strife for years, ever since I was young, elementary or kindergarten. I got into a fight with this guy I thought was my friend, And like I said, I'm here. I'm having to deal with three mothers of my children. The first mother, she's not defaming my character or anything, and she actually asked me, to come back, to the marriage and so forth. It was I that chose not to. But now I understand that I could have probably saved myself a whole lot of headache with these other two, baby mothers and so forth if I'd have just curl my tail and tuck my ego and so forth, or my pain. But I'm not sure of the violence. Now, that's the situation that we were headed toward. It was getting more and more violent on her behalf, and things were just getting out of control. And to just kind of get out of that situation, which anger management teaches you, I had to leave. There was no respect. She wasn't respecting my wishes. She was purposely trying to do things to piss me off, to provoke me, and so forth. And I'm just like, you're my friend. That's not what friends do. You're not a friend, and you're not really a friend. So that's the way it is in life. So you live, you learn. There's things that you could do, like the book of Job. You could be perfect, do everything right, still you're gonna have crap that it's gonna be dumped on you. It's gonna happen to you day in, day out. And by the people that you consider closest, people that know you the most, the people that you really put your trust in the betrayal, it hurts. It hurts. So that's what we gotta do. Accountability with this day and age of women on equal rights. Be accountable. Quit acting like a kid. Quit creating your situations and expecting us to bail you out or to protect you. I'm not a government bailout program. So whenever my ex divorced me and created this situation where child support is even considering contacting me, hey, you got to realize that this person created the situation. She filed a divorce. There was no situation before during their marriage. They had medical care coverage. They had financial support and so forth. No, this individual created the situation, so that's a strike against you. First off, you broke a civil contract. That's another strike against you. So you're already out the gate. Whenever you go to the child support people, it should be two strikes against you. You're scrutinized, or you're looked at as possibly unfit. That should be categorized automatically. If you put yourself and your children in this situation, and what did you do? Well, that's the one thing, they don't even care about that. And that's the whole thing is, all right, if you don't really care about how the situation came about and you're looking for the best interest of the child, the best interest of the child is to be fair. If this other parent created the situation and you're allowing them to continue their reign of power, then that's the problem. There's division right there, and that's not going to benefit us in the long run. Esau's fable, what they said, there's a bull or whatever, and there's a lion, but with the herd, the lion is scared of the bulls. There's strength in numbers. That's automatic. It's just common sense. It's just common sense, people.